Today on the Trent Out Loud show. All right, I guess it's just official now. Lil Nas X was doing this for promo. He has a song that he's promoting called Call the Feds on Me. Now, while I always stand with my LGBTQ plus brothers and sisters, Snoop is right here. You cannot force a parent when and when not to talk to their children about matters like this and other matters. What up? It's Trent Out Loud, and I'm back with another episode. All right, let's just jump right into it. I have a great show set up for you guys today. I have 3 lead stories. We're going to kick it off by talking about Lil Nas X being formally charged with 4 felonies. Snoop Dogg gets major backlash over his comments about the LGBTQ community. And if you burn an American flag, Donald Trump will send you to jail for 1 year and you cannot pass go. In quick news, we're going to talk about the Target CEO, Lil Tay, Sukihana, Justin Bieber, Kobe Bryant, and Shedeur Sanders. In social discussion, we got a jam-packed section. There is a pro tennis player that requires men to give her a $1,000 deposit before she goes on a date with them. Also, we will discuss what kind of outfit is too much for a first date. Men, no more beards and no more long hair. Are the fashion choices changing? There is a man that has been arrested for having 3 wives. We'll discuss that. And also, Joy Taylor says being pretty is not as easy as it seems. We're going to close out the show as we always do with question of the day. And today's question is, if a wealthy man is called a sugar daddy, what is a poor man called? Y'all know what time it is. I'm about to start this show. Let's go. Our first lead story. Lil Nas X charged with 4 felonies, including battery of a police officer after roaming the streets nude. Lil Nas X could face jail time up to a year after being hit with 4 felony charges. The LA County District Attorney has charged Lil Nas X with 4 felonies, including battery with injury on an officer. According to TMZ, the decision came after he was seen on Ventura Boulevard before the cops were called. According to the police reports, when they confronted him, he charged the officers and allegedly injured at least 3 of them. Lil Nas X is also hit with a felony charge of resisting an executive officer. All right, so pretty loaded here. Let's actually just go. I have some video of Lil Nas X behind bars as he's being arraigned. Take a listen.
So, calling the case of people on Carroll Hill, case number 25 BWCF0.
All right, so we broke down yesterday, and I had 2 questions. One, is this a publicity stunt? Is Lil Nas X doing this for the biggest troll ever for album sales? As you all know, and what I told you all yesterday, that's how he got into the industry, and he has a lot of pressure for his second album. 2, where are the police cam videos? One of the questions has been answered today, and that is some of this, if not all, is for his promo of his song and his publicity stunt. That is the word on the street. I did hear his song. I'm not going to play it for copyright reasons and just because it's horrible, and I'm not trying to give him any shine off of this. But the song, one of the hook is call the feds on me, call the cops on me. And then he's going out and walking around knowing that in LA at 4 o'clock, knowing that the police are going to come. And now you hear that he's rushing them. What I want to see is the police cam video, and then we'll really see how real this is. Is he actually totally, completely out of it and he doesn't know what he's doing like they want us to think? Or will we be able to tell if this was something that was, contrived? Is this a Jussie Smollett situation on our hands? Who knows? Follow up and let y'all know. All right, this just came in as I was recording. Lil Nas X stands alongside his attorney after pleading not guilty following his arrest. During his arraignment, Lil Nas X pleaded not guilty to 4 felony charges. After entering his plea on Monday, a judge set his bail for $75,000 along with certain DRUG conditions. He will have to go and enroll in some outpatient programs, all right? Here is some footage. Take a look.
This is just an aberrant episode and in an otherwise productive life. To call his life productive, I think, would be an understatement.
He's very remorseful for what happened, but it can happen in any family. He's going to get the help that he needs, and just keep him in your prayers.
And also here is a picture of him being released from jail. All of this to promote an album. Our second lead story. Snoop Dogg is scared to go to the movies after watching Lightyear with his grandson and seeing an LGBTQ plus couple. He said, "I didn't come here for this ish." The rapper and cultural icon Snoop Dogg is making headlines after sharing his unfiltered thoughts about the LGBTQ representation in children's films. During a recent sit-down on the podcast, It's Giving, Snoop revealed that a family movie night turned into an unexpected conversation he wasn't ready for. Take a listen.
I took my grandson to see
Toy Story?
not that one, but
the new Buzz, the Lightyear.
So we watching it, and she had a baby. Well, my grandson in the middle of the movie like, "Papa Snoop, how she have a baby with a woman? She a woman." Oh shit. I didn't come in for shit. I just came to watch the goddamn movie.
Yo, I agree with Snoop with this here, man. Like, as much as I stand with the LGBTQ plus community, trans, everything, like, y'all know, I'm inclusive with everything. Don't bother me, all right? But just like certain other topics that should not be in kids' movies because you don't know at what stage their parent has brought them to, for example, DRUGs, right? Like, it's like, you don't know where that at. So you don't want that, or unaliving. There's certain things that you don't know at what stage the child is at. So you don't want to bring those things. And now you're in the middle of a movie or you're walking out the movie and the kids can be like, "Yo, can we deal with this right now?" So I think that that's unfair to put on to a parent. So I agree with Snoop. I feel like the backlash, people are thinking that he's just not supportive of the LGBTQ community. But if you dig deeper into it, you'll see that there's more of a meaning, and we should respect the parent and child dynamic and relationship and trust our parents when to have the conversation. Our third lead story. If you burn a flag, you get 1 year in jail. All right, I'm not reading nothing here. Just listen to the White House, the president, as if like this is really important.
If you burn a flag, you get 1 year in jail. No early exits, no nothing. You get 1 year in jail. If you burn a flag, you get, and what it does is incite to riot. I hope they use that language, by the way. Did they? Yeah, incite to riot. And you burn a flag, you get 1 year in jail.
Now, listen, I love the American flag. I think the American flag is one of the most beautiful flags in the world. And I understand the need to implement this. What I don't understand the need for is why he has to make a press conference for everything. Like, this is going to have like, he likes attention and the media more than Kim Kardashian. I'm saying, like, Trump is the new Kardashians. It's crazy. Like, there's so many other things that we want to hear about, Mr. President. It's crazy work, y'all. All right, this brings us to quick news. Ring my bell. Our first quick story. Target CEO to step down amid declining sales and DEI backlash. All right, we haven't talked about DEI and Target in a long time. Basically, in a nutshell, we won. Target CEO Bryant Cornell is stepping down after 11 years, a move that comes as the company faces slowing sales and criticism over retreating from their DEI initiatives. Shout out to the boycott. We won. Our second quick story. Lil Tay reveals she made over $15 million in 2 weeks after turning 18. Yep. You guys remember this story when I told you that she was announcing that she was dropping her link around 2 weeks ago, and then I told you she made $1 million in 3 hours 1 minute after she turned 18. Just let that sink in. And now she has made $15 million. Just imagine how many people are tuning in, signing up, and looking at her content. It's disgusting. Our third quick story. Sukihana shares her breakfast for the day. Take a listen.
So this is my breakfast today. Some orange juice to wash down a nice plan pill. And this isn't an abortion pill. This pill actually stops an unplanned pregnancy from happening. Because who said that I want him to be my baby daddy?
Now, some people are mad at her for this. I find this funny because that's Sukihana and she's just a troller, right? Like, I doubt she's actually even really taking it, but maybe she is, and it's her life to live. She's a grown woman. Our fourth quick story. Justin Bieber with a thirst trap. Thirst trap for you H words. His wife puts a rolly eye emoji, and Sexy Red seems like she replied to Hailey Bieber and saying like, yo, get your man. Pray for Justin, y'all. And ladies, is this a thirst trap? Are any of y'all like even like excited or interested in this? Like, I don't know. Our fifth quick story. Kobe Bryant biopic reportedly in the works at Warner Brothers. According to Variety, Warner Brothers Picture has obtained a potential script based on the true story of the NBA icon Kobe Bryant and his career with the Los Angeles Lakers. Now, y'all know I'm a big, huge Kobe Bryant fan, and I'm excited for all things Kobe. However, it's been very well documented, and people know Kobe Bryant's story. Now, what I hope to see is something more along the lines of, I think it was Air, that movie, the Michael Jordan movie, where it really was focused on kind of like the beginnings and not necessarily like his career. And, you know, Jordan's relationship with his mom and the Nike deal and how she was able to structure things and change things around for future athletes. So I would like to see more of the story, why him and his parents don't get along, et cetera, et cetera. Those are the things that I hope this biopic is about, and that will excite me. Our sixth quick story. All right, y'all know I'm a big Shedeur Sanders fan, and I've been following up with everything that's been going on with the rookie. Now, this weekend, Shedeur did not have a great weekend. 2 weeks ago, it was amazing. Pass completions were great. This week, his stats were not as good. But it has just been revealed that the Browns have waived 4 of the 5 linemen that were blocking Shedeur. For those people who are not big football fans, I don't know what kind of analogy I can give you, but just think like if you had to, I don't know, drive or concentrate and do something, and there's supposed to be something blocking you, right? Like, I don't know, maybe this is a crazy analogy, but an umbrella, and you just have to go down the street and not get wet. And there's a bunch of, like, somebody gives you an umbrella with a bunch of holes in it. Like, how could he have played the position with nobody blocking him? And the blockers were so bad that they got cut. 4 of the 5 blockers got cut. Of course, he's going to have a horrible game. Like I said about Shiloh yesterday, NFL, if you don't like the Sanders family, just say so. All right, this brings us to social discussion of the day. But of course, before I do that, I have a very important question for you. Is your computer, laptop, or cell phone vulnerable to data breaches? Yes, they are. If you are not using Aura, the all-in-one digital security platform, go to my sponsor below, aura.com/TrentOutLoud to get your free 14-day trial to see if any of your data, social security number, credit card, or banking information has already been exposed on the dark web. If you've ever wondered how scammers get your cell phone number or why your inbox is filled with spam, here is why. There are companies called data brokers, and they sell your data, and they do it without your consent, and they make billions to marketers, scammers, and even stalkers. That's why I recommend today's sponsor, Aura, to my family, friends, and the Outlouders. Aura takes care of the hard part for you. They remove your personal information, social security card, credit card, banking information off of these sites, and they actually also keep it off, okay? With Aura, you get alerts if your personal information is found on the dark web, real-time fraud alerts if your credit card or banking information has been exposed, a secure VPN, antivirus password, and they also have 24/7 round-the-clock customer service. If anything does go wrong, Aura also offers a $5 million identity theft insurance package. It is free for 14 days. Link is below. I'll put the QR code up beside me. Try it for free. Any of your information that's been exposed, they could take it down and remove it and keep you safe for free. All right. All right. Now, let's jump into the social discussions. We got 5 today. Pro tennis player, I can't pronounce her name here, Sashi says she requires $1,000 deposit to take her out on a date as she competes for a spot in the U.S. Open this week. American tennis player, again, I think it's Sashi, 30 years old, made headlines this week for not only competing in the U.S. Open qualifier, but also for candidly discussing her unusual dating policies. During an Instagram Q&A, she revealed that she requires $1,000, a pre-dating deposit, citing past negative experience. I no longer date for free due to the behavior of men, she said, later posting proof of receiving such payments. The Florida-born athlete also reached a career high ranking of 73, and she also defended her use of OnlyFans, calling it the easiest way she has ever made money. Her rep clarifies that while she shares suggestive content, she does not post any nudes and or SCX acts. Okay. This is starting to become normal. This is why I wanted to throw it in here, y'all. I'll admit this is the first time that I'm hearing about this deposit, like a deposit in case you don't act right, but if you do act right, you get the money back. I would like to see the men who she's giving the money back to. But women are starting to normalize this money transaction where in the 60s and 70s, it was straight up prostitution. And now this trend that you're starting to see a lot lately is normalizing. You want to go on a date? Yeah, it costs money, and they're normalizing it, and they're not considering it prostitution. And is it? I mean, they're actually not. It's not a transaction, and they're not doing anything other than being in their presence. And this tennis player is trying to put it as if hey, I just want to make sure I'm on a good date. Some women are just saying, look, there's a lot of guys that want to go after me, and I'm busy and I'm just going to charge for it. And that's okay with them. Is this the new norm? Is this what's going to be accepted? And if this will dwindle down the field and they end up falling in love with somebody or the actual act of SCX and there's no transaction for that if they like the guy, is it prostitution? What is this? Is this the new norm? Is this what we want our daughters and our nieces to be doing? Jump in this discussion here. Is this too much for a first date? All right, for those who are not seeing the video, this is a very, very, let's say, just voluptuous young lady, and her dress is cut down almost to her belly button, okay? And a lot is exposed. Now, y'all know me, fair, do whatever y'all want, your body, your life. The question to me is too vague. Is this too much for a first date? Well, no. If she's not looking for much from the date and she's looking for a fun night and having fun, it's not too much. It's actually perfect because it's going to get her what she wants. If she likes the guy and she wants to get to know him and she wants to, be on us, first of all, it's 2025, girl or a guy, whoever she's going out with, if she wants a relationship, if she wants something serious, then this is too much because it's going to be very hard to concentrate on, things that you do or your work life or your family life or your values with all of this going on. So just like a job interview, you dress for the job that you want, etc., court, wherever. It all depends. I think people just rush and are like, this is too much. This is ridiculous. Well, maybe the girl wants a night of fun. Simple as that. Join in. Okay, y'all really got to help me out with this one. Beard or no beard, these fellas went from fine to finer when they let some of their facial hair go. All right, I'm going to go through some pictures of some gentlemen here, and I'm going to show you the before and after. And the reason why I'm asking is I'm kind of always been on the fence for the past 6 months, year or so, being like, yo, is it time for me to cut my hair? I mean, my hair is just pulled back right now, but y'all who have been here with me for a while, I've been through braids, my hair out curly or whatever. But the origin of me is short hair, shorter beard. Is the longer beard, long hair, braids, afro, twists, dreads, is that all out now? Discuss, all right? All right, so here's some pictures. Here's this gentleman. I gotta say, without the beard, it looks good. It looks good. The little goatee, the little, mustache, you don't even have the connection. Looks good. Here's this other gentleman with the bucket hat. Okay, the beard looks good. Looks pretty clean. I don't know. Y'all weigh in. I actually think I prefer the beard on this one. Then here's this guy with the braids, the beard. Yo, little short, Caesar cut with the little goatee, clean. I don't know, man. Like, y'all know, I ask the ladies these things. I'm not afraid to say if a guy looks good or not. But at the end of the day, y'all know, I think that, women really set the trend of what, men are doing, right? We're here doing all this for y'all. So weigh in. Florida man arrested for having 3 wives. None of them knew each other. All right, I'm going to throw up a little picture here. I didn't rub off their faces. This is how I found this. But you could see a commonality in the 3 women. Let's just say that. I don't know if the guy is to blame here. Just listen to the story. Charles Chuck is his nickname. Chuck was arrested for felony bigotry after marrying 3 women, Tanya, Michelle, and Brandy, between 2020 and 2022 in different Florida counties without divorcing or annulling any of the marriages. Each wife was unaware of the other, having met Chuck on dating sites like Tinder and Match.com. The scheme unraveled when Tanya discovered a marriage license for Michelle and Brandy in a county database and informed Michelle, who reported Chuck to authorities. Suspected of seeking financial gain, Chuck pleaded guilty in May 2025 and received 2 years probation. The wives doubt his apology and criticize Florida's marriage license system for lack of cross-county checks, with Michelle advocating for a statewide database. Yeah, I've never been married, but how do you pull off getting married to 3 different women over the span of 2 years? You had to have known something is up. I understand maybe dating 3 women, that you can get away with, but marrying, like, you got to marry. We got to meet. We got to, we get to know each other. We trust each other. We get married our lives. Okay, now you have 1 wife. A second wife, that's hard to juggle. You might be like, I travel a lot. A third, come on, man. Y'all had to have known something, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Y'all let me know. Weigh in. Joy Taylor says, being pretty might open doors, but it also comes with a whole lot of assumptions. Take a listen.
There are a lot of benefits to being a pretty woman. There are also disadvantages. People don't take you seriously. People assume that you sleep with everyone. People assume that if you're being nice to them, that you're trying to sleep with them. People try to sleep with you, and if you don't sleep with them, then they retaliate against you or talk bad about you because their egos are hurt. People think that you are too sexual when you're just showing up in your body wherever you go.
Now, I agree with this 1,000%, but I have like a huge asterisk beside it. Basically, I don't agree. Listen, does it get you in the door? And a lot of doors, 1,000%. It is just easier. Those negative, the negativity that comes with it, everything that she just said, that's on you to erase. That's on you to shut down instantaneously. Like, there should be no question. People might want to think it, yes, the downfall, but there's a gift and curse to everything in this world. Like, got you in here, okay. The assumptions, the this, the talk, the chatter, all of that stuff, that's up to you to make sure that does not go on more than the first day. That's your conduct that will get that chitter chatter longer. Weigh in. All right, this brings us to question of the day. All right, I thought this was funny. If a wealthy man is called a sugar daddy, what would you call a poor man? First person said sugar-free. Thought that was funny. A salty daddy, a husband, a father, a brother, an uncle. I guess they're just trying to be funny. Somebody says, never going to shame somebody for not being well off. Okay, it's just a joke. A salty padre, po boy, sour daddy. Another person said, I wouldn't be calling him so. That was funny. Food stamp champ, sweet and low, a sour patch. Somebody said they call him baby daddy. That's funny. Splenda, a cavity, a sugar water daddy, pipsqueak, a leech, chicken nugget, candy man, sweet and low, gluten-free guardian, bitter daddy. Oh my gosh. All right. Maybe some people are going to think this is mean. Anyways, just wanted to throw something different in here. Weigh in, see if you have something funny. If you normally call a wealthy man sugar daddy, what do you call a poor man? All right, y'all, that is it for me. Thank you so much for kicking it with me today. Thought we had a good show. Hope you all enjoyed it. Before I let you guys go, just want to remind you one more time, sign up to Aura. QR code beside me, a link below, free for 14 days. If you're ever worried about your social security number, any of your banking, any information at all, Aura could find out for you for free for 14 days and remove it off the web. All right. Before I let you guys go, do not forget we are available on all podcast platforms. Of course, we are always available on YouTube, my favorite place for you to watch the show. Do not forget to try to comment. If you don't want to join in on the conversation, that is fine. Let me know where you're watching from. It's a global podcast. I love to see where y'all are watching from. For those of you who want to follow me outside of the show, I'm available on all social platforms. I'm the most active on Instagram at Trent Out Loud. And please follow our new blog page, The Trent Out Loud Show on Instagram. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It's your boy, Trent Out Loud. Peace.